What up, G?
What up? Hi guys, so tomorrow I am going to a Marvel inspired shoot. There's the dog. I'm so sorry. There's always some sort of noise in this video, it sucks. I'm just gonna go tell him off, okay? What a fool, now you're in my room. So, as I was saying before I was really interrupted, I'm going to a Marvel shoot tomorrow. I have no Marvel cosplayers, and I also sound really sick, so I'm sorry about that, that's because I am. And I thought the easiest one to do would probably be that version of MJ. I'll insert the comic picture here, which I'm using as like my inspiration. Sorry about all my collection of dressing gowns, oh my goodness. I'm gonna do MJ from that comic where she's got the beautiful Spider-Man heart on her singlet. So today I went to Kmart, I bought a $6 white singlet, and I'll take you through how I make this shirt and how you can achieve the same thing at home in less than 24 hours. Okay, so haul time. I have this singlet. It was like $6, also size 6 funnily enough, but yeah, just from Kmart. I'm gonna be cutting a slit. Well, first of all I need to iron it so that the paint goes on nicely. I'll be cutting a small slit in the middle, and then I'll be painting the logo around here. I'm thinking about it being about as big as my hand. That's very technical, but I'll show you how I measure it out first. I also bought red fabric paint. This is hang on, let's get some focus up in this joint. This is puffy fabric paint. I also have a black fabric paint, which is another thing you'll be needing. I'll say puffy, however it doesn't turn out puffy, this particular one. I do like to use one called Cedar Color. I've used it before in cosplay, but I didn't have a red, so I just had to get this from Riot, which is a craft store in Australia. So any sort of red fabric paint, you also need a black version. I'm gonna see how I go without a white version of it. I probably should have gotten a white version, but hopefully I don't need it, but we'll see what happens. This whole project is so experimental, so it's a tutorial / experiment, and if you want to achieve the same look, then yeah, go for it. But I just thought it would be worth a video, how to make it in 24 hours. The first thing I did was grab a book and I slipped it in between the two sides of the singlet just so when I paint it, it doesn't go through to the other side. This is very, very important. Next, I cut out a tiny triangle right in the center of the top of the singlet, and it looks like this. Then I traced out a very large love heart. The corner of the triangle I cut out matches the inside part of the love heart up the top. It's important that it's centered. Next, I put some red paint into a spoon because I didn't have a plate. And then I proceeded to color it in.
Oh, you can do that freehand.
Yep.
And my mum's so kind. Thank you very much, Mum. I know I'm talented. Make sure it doesn't crease while it's drying.
Accidentally painted all of it red, so now I'm using a white nail polish because I don't have any white fabric paint, which is really helpful. But I'm gonna make the two eyes, and I guess it'll be neater if I paint it, so now I have the two little eyes done, and it actually worked really well, so that's fine. I'm glad I made that mistake. So maybe paint it all red and then do the two little eyes. And now I just need to add the weird spider winged eyeliner, as I like to plan it out and call it. It's essentially a pointed corner, and then it goes sort of in the corners, and then I add the outline. That will be the next part, and then the webbing will be the last part. After, well, the last part will be me trimming it, but yeah. Trying to do your own eyeliner is stressful. Trying to do Spidey eyeliner is just 100 times more stressful.
And here we have the finished product of my beautiful eyeliner and also my black paint. I use the same brand of paint as I did with the red, so it was about $3 per bottle, which is pretty good considering that it's quite good quality. And I also used a very tiny brush. My criticism to myself is that I didn't start the middle of the web in between the eyes. Make sure you look up a picture of Spider-Man at the same time. I did, but I just still got it wrong, so maybe even do a practice if you're really concerned about it. But yeah, it's pretty easy to draw webbing. It doesn't have to be perfect, which is one of the best things about it. In addition to the top, you're going to need an old pair of jeans. Hers are actually a pale blue. I happen to have these old jeans, and my sister was kind enough to put some holes in them for me. I think it looks fabulous.
It is fine. The video is under $15. God damn it, I will use cheap scissors for the video.
The camera costs more than $15.
Triggered.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Imagine if I did it wrong, it would look like Spider-Man.
What kind of heathen goes out showing their stomach and their kneecaps?
And this is about just below my ribs.
Let me get an action shot.
Oh my gosh. So I did put it on and I measured it just below my ribs as well, so yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes! Did make a mistake. I dotted black there. Black fabric paint, and I didn't, and then I tried to dab it with water and it smudged it even worse. So I had to paint over it with white, and
it looks like bird poo.
I know, it's so tragic. So if you like end up smudging or getting stuff anywhere else, like don't dab it, just
Don't
leave
what?
it. Just don't dab it.
There we go.
Just leave it, okay? Just leave it and then paint over it or something. Or maybe even put tissue around the places. Don't, this is like and then you have this beautiful little
skirt.
Torso bit. That's not a skirt. That is not a skirt. No, certainly not.
So here is some footage of the shoot from the next day. It was actually Jarryd's birthday a couple of days ago. Jarryd is Spider-Man and he does an amazing job. I will make sure to link his Instagram and his Facebook page down below. And yeah, he was an awesome Peter Parker. The photographer is Robert Holcomb Photography. I've shot with him so many times before and he always does amazing work. And here is something really funny. I'm also the same height as Jarryd, so to give the illusion that I was Mary Jane's height difference between Peter Parker and her, I had to like squat down, and this seems to be something I do very regularly when I do photo shoots. But yeah, a little bit of camera trickery there, and you don't even notice in half of these photos that I am doing this. So really clever photography and directing by Robert. And yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to follow all of my social media, and also if you want me to make anything else or give a tutorial for anything, comment down below, and I will see you next time, guys. Thank you.